Hi Claire, this is your reading. I haven't done a reading for ages, so this is my first one in a long time, so excuse me if I'm rusty. Starting off with your past, and I feel it's a close past, as if it's recently happened. There's been a problem with a relationship. I feel as if someone's a problem in this relationship and you've been hurt by this relationship. I feel more as if you've been hurt. I don't know what it is, but I'm not picking so much of the infidelity, but more of the hurt. It feels that's I don't know whether there was. I'm not picking up infidelity yet, or if there was, but I'm getting mainly about how much you've been hurt and still hurting by someone in this relationship. I'm also feeling it's controlling you to a point, as if it's stopping you from moving on. It's also like you're giving, not for the want of giving, they still have a certain control over you, and I'm picking that up still with you at the present time. So getting on to where you are now, I feel you displaying confidence, as if, yeah, I am doing well for myself. You've got your shit together and I don't mean to swell out, but that's how it feels like. To put a phrase on how you're coming across, as if you have got your things together. And you seem to be in a good place, which is quite a contradiction to the past issue that I was picking up, where they had control over you. Because I still feel you moving on to where you are now. The control thing, where I felt that this other person had control over you. I feel as if something's happened to give you this boost of confidence, that you've, for the want of a better set of words, you've gained the upper hand, as if, haha, now look at me, I'm okay, got my stuff together. And linking the past issue to where you are now, that control, I feel it's because of that control that's how you are now, as if you've had to go to that extreme to be the person you are now. And that's that control feeling I felt linked from the past to now. It's because of that person's behaviour has made you act the way you are. But I feel you are a lot better placed than where you were. The strange thing is, to look like on the surface it looks like you're doing great, but I feel deep down there's a connection which is the connection to the past, which is controlling why you're doing so well now. But I don't feel it is all as positive as it's looking on top. Sorry, it's been ages since I've done the reading. I'm trying to anyone, the other people that think about learning readings, keep with it, don't stop. For some reason I was closed down for a while and I haven't read for a while. So anyway, getting back to you, I feel the positive impact that the way things are going well, positive for you, is due to the negative. But I still feel a negative connection, which is showing how well you are now, but I still feel there's a negative connection which isn't it's hard to put into it, but I still feel a negative connection. Even though you're doing well, there's a negative connection which is controlling you. I hope this is making sense. Okay, again, getting back to where I felt the negative past controlling how positive you are now. I feel you wanting to give a display to show the strength in your character and personality. And I'm also feeling you showing the flexibility, so the image you're wanting to display or portray is how flexible you are. You can be. You wasn't sort of stuck in this one niche and who you are. You can be quite flexible, like a wide spectrum of a person. You can be quite adaptable to situations. You're not like a stick in the mud. You're flexible. I feel that's what you're trying to get across. Getting to see to some advice for you. I feel you need to see and look within your heart to see where this relationship is and where it's going. Is there a connection? Is it worth staying on that same path? Is it time to change? You've got to look within yourself to say, you know, is this going to go anywhere? Isn't it going to go anywhere? Am I wasting my energy doing what I'm doing for where this is going? That's what I'm picking up. So the answer is not for me to give to you. It's for you to look within yourself and think, hold on a minute, all these things I'm doing, is it worth it? If it is, carry on. If it isn't, then maybe have a divvy up and think, maybe I should change my plan of action. Yeah, the second card, the next card I pull out, this is this. It just echoes what I've just said. You've got to have a look to see how things are. I do feel the need to say to you, don't be too smug about how things and think, okay, it's okay as I am, with the things I said about here, where the things you are portraying to say, oh look, everything's all hunky-dory, tickety-boo. It's have a think to see whether you should really be doing that. So getting on to the point of how I see things further down the road for you, you do have the ability to change where things are going, but if you carry on this same path, this is the part of the reading where I see things how are panning out for you. The reality will kick in for you on how things are going. Do you remember the bit where I said have a divvy up, see where things are going. Is it worth doing what you're doing? Isn't it worth doing? I feel the penny will drop, realising, hold on a minute, that way isn't the best way to go. And I feel the retreat from you, as in the want to retreat, not as in recluse retreat, but I feel you easing back from the effort. You almost said the negative attachment from the past, which is influencing the way you are now. I feel that cut will happen, and you'll be able to readjust how you feel, because you won't have that. Imagine me sitting down here and someone was pulling my arm, I'd be like that, and I'm not actually being my true self, because I'm constantly pulled out of the shape I'm in. Once that tie is cut, I can sort of settle back into being me, and I feel that is the stage coming up for you. The cut, the break, the realisation when the penny drops will all happen, and then you can get back to being yourself, to get to how you are. Because have you noticed that when we do things, if we have a bad experience over there, we tend to pull in from that direction, and if it's good experience there, we'll sort of lean more there, and we're adjusting to our surrounds. What will happen with you, things are going to be cleansed around you, tidy up, get what you need, get rid of what you don't need, and you'll get back to being yourself. And that will give you the centering, the grounding, the clear your head, to give you the clearer perception on where things are going, and will help you understand how you're feeling. Okay, I hope this reading does mean something to you. I haven't read for ages, so apologies if I've waffled on and you found it hard to understand what I'm trying to get across, but I would appreciate some feedback, just to let me know if if I need to have more practice. Well, I obviously do need more practice, but on how well I manage to connect to you, because it's been ages since I've done any readings. Really would appreciate your feedback. Many blessings to you, and thank you.